Oh, welcome back. Bet you didn't expect me jumping back into this so fast. Given, the whole copyright thing, but, I shot Rooster Teeth an email, and Bernie him fucking self descended from his log cabin heaven, and he is in, and I assume personally removed them himself, or Ashley did it, because that's as far as I'm aware from, limited research. They're like the only ones in the company. But yeah, essentially what happened was, for those who don't look at my community tab, or don't and you're a new viewer here and you're like, oh, well, what's going on? So, Bernie Burns, the owner of Rooster Teeth, YouTube's auto system when it comes to demonetization set my video where it couldn't air anywhere in the world because it had Rooster Teeth LLC copyright, and it is a automatic system they can't really take down because, that's the company. They can't really, make it where it doesn't auto-claim. So, I reached out to Bernie. Well, the Rooster Teeth business email, because that's the only one I could find. I reached out on every social media platform I could, other than messaging Bernie directly, because that felt mean. And I shot Rooster Teeth an email. I was like, hey, why my video? And he was like, oh yeah, that's the auto system. Just dispute the claims, and I'll remove them. So yeah, he removed them, which was awesome. Okay. Okay, so, why did you hear somebody yelling, hey? Brief explanation. So, Sanity, what do you want? I'm telling a story. Okay, back to it. Okay, so, if you hear another random person yelling, hey, just know, so here, like, Sanity, I swear to God. Okay, I swear if he sends me another message. Anyways, so, we have chickens. I don't know if I talked about them on the channel, but yeah, we have chickens. And he knows I'm recording, so before he fires shots at the thing, he's gonna be like, hey, it's a warning. Which, to be fair, it has killed 3 of our chickens. I'm sorry, but if you killed 1, we probably would fire warning shots, but you killed 3. So, sorry, but bye-bye. You're getting sent to the fucking Shadow Realm. So yeah, if you hear another hey, that means he's about to try to shoot the thing again. Because apparently 3 shots is not enough. Anyways, back on script. So anyways, I can't start getting off track now, otherwise I can't trick you into this now. So I can talk about it later. Welcome back to Red vs. Blue, and this time we actually get story. That's brings a tear to my eye. And give me so that's why I do a certain type of story. I'll discuss that later. Just kidding, I never discussed it because most of these scripts were either recorded multiple days apart, or I just didn't have the time to get to them. So there was just like a few random words. Anyways, I'll discuss that when it comes. So, remember Project Freelancer? Well, it's a lot bigger and way worse than we thought. Keep in mind, we aren't even to the Freelancer saga, which makes, what we know now looks like a small fuck-up. So, we're going to get into this. So, what we know about Freelancer essentially is most agents got AIs until a new person fucked it up for the rest of them. and will quickly become one of our favorite characters, personally, in the Freelancer saga. And onwards, actually. That's all I can say without, saying too much. So, let's get into the side series. I forgot it kind of existed. It kind of combined with Recovery 1 in my mind. With, Out of Mind. Or, yeah, out of Mind. So, RVB, Out of Mind, takes place before Season 5, which, my bad, I thought this was literally one with Recovery 1 in my brain. So, yeah, we follow Tex as she tries to find O'Malley, or Omega, to finally put it into him. She needs help, so she asks York. I have a soft spot for the poor guy, like, really. The next 2 seasons had me straight up cry, which a few things I've done, chief among them, The Walking Dead, Telltale games. Yeah, they made that shit had me cry, man. And the Batman Telltale, wait, I'm seeing a pattern here. Don't Escape 4, that actually brought me a tear, it had me tearing up during both endings. And, the true ending on Inscription definitely got a few tears out of me. 100% Red Dead Redemption 2. And 1. I mean, a little bit. And, Your Turn to Die. Man, I forgot about that one. Oh, that hurts. Oh, yeah. I was talking about York, I forgot. Made me sad. Like what I know, I don't think any other show outside of like maybe Breaking Bad has ever made me feel bad for a fictional character. Actually, no. Avatar: The Last Airbender. That has brought tears to my eye. That was a good one. I need to rewatch that, man. But yeah. Characters. Anyways, so after Wyoming got Tex, hook, line, and sinker, she went to York for some help. And while Delta is opposed to working with her for some, obvious reasons, but she offers revenge for his eye because Omega had something to do with it. And Wyoming might be, I don't know, it's been a while since I checked out 9 or 10. Yeah, it's been a while. Okay, anyway, so York is now on board, and so they go, and Wyoming had a full trap set. York dies, and Delta explains that he would die as well. Because when a freelancer dies, their suit kind of deletes the AI. That way, enemies can't capture the AI, because that would be, really bad. Just torture the AI till it tells you, or, fucking threaten to extract the zip file. Or threaten to put it in a Nokia, threaten to put it in a Nokia. That thing will be shivering its timbers as it watches its world, devolve. That's how you put the fear of God in AIs. Threaten to put them on a Nokia. That's how you put fear of God into AIs. Anyways. So, yeah. So, Delta doesn't want to leave York. So, Tex left them. And then we switched to another side series, Recovery 1. I'm gonna be honest, those two live in one part of my brain. They are one in my mind. Anyways, so Recovery 1. Okay, found it. Recovery 1 brings in our new character I talked about, Agent Washington, ex-freelancer, now a recovery agent. He recovers Delta and reveals that AIs are easier to recover than delete. So forget everything I just said because I lied. Why did I lie, you might ask? Simple. Misleading. slash dramatic irony. I don't know. Is that situational irony? I don't know. I knew thing you didn't, and just watch the fucking show. I don't know. The only reason I didn't really tell you guys is because they didn't tell you for like, I think it's like months between episodes, if I remember correctly, you know. Because this was made back in like 2005. I don't remember when Halo 2 came out. But this did take place after Season 5, so maybe. I don't know. Anyways. So, yeah. And watching KR's adult as happened. So, after then, a strange white armored Spartan attacks Wash. Him and Delta get out of there before the white Spartan can get him. They head to a distress signal. It had something to do with both Dakotas. North is dead and his sister was a little shooken up. Man, North and other characters, yeah, that didn't get what they deserved. They definitely shouldn't have. He should have lived anywhere. Man. She tells Wash that his AI is gone, and she didn't get one after his killed itself in his mind, or tried. Epsilon is the name. Anyway, so anyways, Command tells him to kill her, so he fakes it, and with help from Delta. So they get ambushed by whatever's attacking them, and South got her AI Delta. She shot Wash in the back, and turns out she was Recovery 2, he was Recovery 3. And she betrays the Recovery Project, and leaves. Sometimes Wash gets patched up, I assume, because of South going rogue. So they needed him, but yeah, somewhere else, about a year later, Texas ship crashes at Valhalla. Woo! We're talking about River Spoon Season 6! Whee! Okay, so the ship crashed in Valhalla, or it took a year for people to realize that one of the bases were taken out. But anyways, we follow a red trooper I forgot my fan was on. That's a desk fan that I use to cool myself off between long yaps. But anyways, we follow a red trooper that was at the Valhalla base, explain what happened to the Reds and Blues at Valhalla, but with a tone of Omega. He was jumping around until the unknown white Spartan took them. He gained a name, the Meta. So Meta attacked the Valhalla bases to get Omega and Texas armor enhancement, along with Gamma and Wyoming's enhancement. But Tucker Jr. was not in the ship, and it's not explained as far as I'm aware, and I've looked around and I don't know how he was. But anyways, the Reds and Blues of Blood Gulch was sent orders to leave. Simmons, Griff, and Caboose were sent to Rat's Nest on the Reds and Blue team respectively. Tucker and Tucker Jr. are ambassadors because when it comes to alien-human work, because of the whole Tucker Preger arc, God, what am I doing? Jesus, fuck. Anyways, Donut was sent that way, but yeah. So Washington is sent to find the Reds and Blues of Blood Gulch to get someone who has experience with the Omega AI. But the only people there is Sarge and sister. After a riveting conversation with his sister, Wash talks to Sarge and he kind of explains what I said, but yeah. He gets records of where the Blues went, and Wash goes to talk to Caboose, given his experience with Omega. When he gets to where Caboose is, it turns out Caboose was tied up so he would stop team killing on accident, which will lead to a clip I will play later. Yeah, I haven't learned my lesson about copyright just yet. Anyways, so they released Caboose. He immediately shot someone and accidentally, on accident. Anyways, Washington said he will take him, and the Blue CO took the opportunity to get rid of Caboose for good. So Wash learned exactly why talking to Caboose is a bad idea and decides to get Church as well, which she is in the middle of nowhere and was alone for almost a year, which most people can't do. We are social creatures, but hey, he might like silence or something. I'm not a fan of it personally, but each of their own. Anyways, as Watch and Caboose approach the wall, Church proceeds to miss every single shot fired at Caboose. It is kind of impressive. So eventually he decides to open the door and talk to Church. He mentions the crash ship and even the smallest chance of seeing Tex had him on board quick. And as they left, Wash had a quick chat with Command before leaving, which Meta takes the audio, messes with it to trick Sarge into getting the red team back together to stop Wash and the Blues. So Wash sneaks into the Valhalla base to the crashed Pelican. I so hope I edited Church getting slapped around here. Otherwise, I'm disappointed in myself. Anyways, so they get to the Pelican, and after Wash almost gets sent to God, same day shipping, because he don't fuck with Sheila without getting Caboose worked up. But Wash quickly realized when talking to Sheila he needs to pick his words very carefully. But after hearing the logs, he gets a recovery beacon from himself. It appears she got some of her own medicine. Anyways, she was about to abandon Delta and her shield engine before Wash came in and almost took down the Meta before he activated the time distortion unit and got away. But, we got a couple funny clips I'd like to show to the rest of the class, See that purple one? She's on our team. You should help her. Okay. Toss that grenade!
That was the worst throw ever. Of all time.
Not my fault. Someone put a wall in my way.
Now that I'm probably going to have to message Bernie when this video goes up. But anyway, so yeah. And they said Caboose could never nail a girl. Oh, now I'm on the same comedy level as Tucker. I digress. Anyways, so we learn that she shot her brother. Oh, my sweet North, you deserved better. Anyways, now that we have a sibling killer, the other consisting of a horrible toxic relationship, insert funny comparison to the copper. Anyways, Delta moves into Caboose's helmet and, yeah. Turns out she is way worse than we think. Man, does the Freelancer Saga redeem you even if it's by the smallest margin? But yeah. Church mentions how Wash went crazy because of the epsilon on everything inside its brain. But Delta assures Church that he is mentally stable, which, given Delta's track record on being right, I think you should trust him on this. But yeah. After a small talk about the Alpha, they get a distress signal from Maine. He is the meta. Boy, oh boy, Maine, I'm going to say this now. Jeff Williams cooked with mental meta metal. That's all I'm going to say. But, yeah. They know he is wounded and is trying to power up his suit. So they gotta finish it, but we need to talk about the Reds real quick. After Sarge got Maine's faked message, he went and got Simmons and Griff before they were executed by firing squad for selling ammo to the enemy squad. But Sarge saves them, so anyways, Wash gets the jump on the meta, and Church meaning to hit something which, shocked me. He actually hit a shot. Impressive, I know.
Use your rifle! My rifle? Shoot it! Damn it! I got it! Yes! Did you see that? What a shot! I'm awesome! It only counts if you call it! Oh, bullshit, dude!
Okay, so Wash is a badass, but before they could take him down, the Reds came in and shut that shit down real fast. So the meta gets a chance to recharge, and after the Reds join Wash, meta kicks all their asses and then dips. Caboose is in a coma-like state after meta took Delta, which, given how strong Caboose is, kinda makes no sense, but hey, they had some drama. So they come up with a plan to distract Wash so Church can't see what's going on in Caboose's head. But when he leaves Caboose's head with the message, which is memory is the key, this plot point never fucking dies. But Wash saw this, and, they explained the whole ghost thing. But he hears the word memory is key and kind of tries to figure it out. So they go back to Valhalla to get vehicles, but after some disagreement, and Wash being a badass, they agree to demote Griff to private negative first class. Oh yeah. He was a sergeant, and Sarge literally could not comprehend it. But watch the show for the funnies. I just talked about the funny story show, and boy oh boy, season 9 and 10 is going to be a lot of reason. There's a reason they're getting their own video, but yeah. Sarge agrees and now goes on to the Freelancer base to get the Alpha, but they sneak in using Freelancer vehicles, which work. But the meta was on the back of one of them. One of the vehicles, so they get back to one of the buildings and Wash tells them to get revenge after, everything's been going on. So Wash and Church don't get the Alpha while they leave the Reds and Caboose there. So they go into the AI room where, play the clip. We get a bombshell, unironically. Absolute massive lore.
When it started to fragment, they harvested those fragments. The Freelancer AIs. These horrid little fragments of purified, compartmentalized emotion. None of them were a full personality. Some were good, like Delta. Delta was Alpha's logic. It needed to protect itself from analyzing what was happening to it, so it segregated that part of its mind, the part that would be able to understand the horror of what they were doing to it. And when the anger came and threatened to take over, it split that off too. That was Omega, its rage. Gamma was its deceit. Sigma was its creativity. And Epsilon was its memories. And Alpha couldn't keep its sanity and its memories at the same time, so it had to purge them. That fragment became Epsilon, and I was just unlucky enough to have it assigned to me. So you knew? You knew from the beginning what was going on? Mostly. They never told anyone what they did here. I got flashes when they put Epsilon in my head, memories of what the director did to it. Just like you're getting now. That's why Epsilon went insane. It was meant to. It was all the horrible experiences that Alpha needed to shed to survive. And that's why it had to be removed from me. I think I could be trusted.
Well, what do we do with it?
We take it, and we get it in the hands of someone who can use all its information. Then they can bring down the person responsible for what was done to Alpha, and to me, and to my friends. They can take down the director.
But what about the meta? How do we stop him? Isn't that the point? I thought only the Alpha could do that. Are we gonna find it or not?
No.
No!
After the first attack on Command, they moved it. They knew the AI would just convince their freelancers to come looking for it again. So they put it in a place where they didn't think anyone could find it.
But where? Shouldn't we be there instead of here?
Church, I need you to listen to me. Delta was the logic. He was able to figure out things before anyone else. It's why he left a message for you in a way that he knew only you could find, and in a way that let me see you getting it.
What are you saying?
I'm saying I know what you are, even if you don't. Why you can seemingly live without a body.
What?
It's why they stuck you in some useless backwater canyon where no one ever goes. Then why they transferred every person in your outpost to a different base than you.
I've been here 14 months. What? Over a year? By yourself?
It's why you always agreed with everything Delta
I
said.
think we should simply be happy it is gone.
That makes sense to me.
Why you didn't feel anything when Omega got inside your head.
Feels pretty much the same. That's kind of weird.
Why you can jump from person to person the way it can. It all adds up then. Omega was the one who inherited that trait. Church, there's no such thing as ghosts. You're one of them. You're an AI. You are the Alpha.
Feels like 72 my ass. Weather's app saying it's supposed to feel like 72. My brother in Christ, my room's 85 degrees. I have a fucking thermometer. You think I'm stupid? I forgot. Turn off the fan again, dude. I'm telling you, I have to take like breaks between recordings where I turn on my desk fan on high so I can try to cool down because, dude, it's so bad I had to take off my fucking shirt, dude. Most of the time I always have my desk fan on while doing shit because it's fucking hot, but it's better than it being freezing. At least I don't have to huddle up next to a fucking heater mid-recording so I don't die of hypothermia. Anyways. So, and, you know, church acts how, you know, I think most people would be. You know, if I was told that, he said you are fucking insane and decides he is going to go with the Reds and leave. With the Epsilon unit because he is memory is key, okay. So, I'm going to get a bit nerdy with this section, and before I get nerdy, so, I feel like we would all react like the same way. No, fuck you, you're stupid, I'm not an AI, I'm real. Which is something no movies that I have seen have pulled off well. This show, surprisingly, pulls it off really well of, I'm an AI, I don't know it. While the show had its hiccups in the earlier season, it is genuinely really it is handled kind of well. Like, there is hints and speculation that you can make throughout all the seasons that do make sense in the end. But, key piece of information I left out, I do want to harken back to. So, there is a conversation between Delta and Tucker, Delta, and Church. Somewhere around there. No, Church and Delta. Tucker is somewhere else. So Church is talking to Delta, and she brings up a freelancer known as Carolina. And he says Carolina performance significantly dropped when she had two AIs in her head because it would cause a lot of interference and kind of mess around here. And knowing that Church is an AI, that also means Tex is an AI. Meaning, they both, along with Omega, was in Cabooses' head. And if you remember earlier in the seasons, he was a lot smarter. I have a personal theory that whenever they all kind of went in his brain, it kind of broke it more. Because that does kind of happen with Carolina. I'm trying not to talk about season 10 much, but it is, like, directly stated that her performance went down. So, what if having more AIs in your brain kind of messes with you? Like, with Meta, he's, like, completely fucking insane. But that, like, leads me to the question, how much AI can one person have before it starts to affect their mental state? Because that might kind of explain why Caboose is not the brightest, but can comprehend AIs to a incredible degree and is able to do things with technology that he shouldn't understand, but it works. It is literally the Todd Howard it just works meme. Because it just fucking works. I don't understand it, and it just makes me love Caboose so much more, man. Caboose is peak character. He is number 1 on the tier list, and if he is not your number 1 pick, you are lying to yourself, or you're wrong. Anyways, time to talk about nerdy shit. By the way, AI cloning will get... AIs will get their own Halo video, because the AIs of Red vs. Blue, while interesting, I don't think deserve their own video. Anyways. So, because of the single SUD concept, kind of has me thinking a lot about... So, essentially, you can't clone AIs, right? Smart AIs. They are based off someone, explained later. I think I explained it. Watch my Halo video. I explained what smart AIs are a bit better, I think. Anyway, so the director based the alpha off his brain. And to get more AIs, he tortured the AI until it fragmented into core traits. Gamma, lies, deceit. Omega, rage. Delta, logic. Epsilon, memories. Tex. Perhaps she is memories of someone else. That who, well, let's just say when seasons 9 and 10 get fucking dark, they get pretty fucking dark. But I digress. Of what happened, Church saw all of this, and once Epsilon, to get to someone that can, not Church, but Wash saw all of this when Epsilon unraveled in his brain. So he wants Epsilon to get somebody that can take down the director, which, boy, do I have something to talk about in a second. So Church says he is leaving because he thinks he's crazy and they can't check records because Sarge, deleted Blues from Command's records. Oh, and before I forget, they got a call from Tucker about him being trapped in the sand base. I'll explain in like a season or two. So they're in a motor pool and, Wash explains to the Reds and Caboose to take Epsilon as somebody who can take down Project Freelancer. But Church doesn't want to help Wash. So they leave. And Wash tricks the meta into following him to where a imp is, or EMP. It is called a EMP, but in the show it is imp. And I like to think this is like, how AIs will mess up words, like text-to-speech stuff. I'm wondering if that's what happened. I understand super advanced AI, but it would be funny. Anyway, so yeah. So yeah, deleted the Blues. So yeah. To where the EMP is, and after it turns out the meta is working to whatever extent with the director, Church pops out of Wash's head and drops a line that gives me chills every single fucking time. Man, it's cold as hell, dude.
When the EMP goes off, I'll be fine. It only affects computers, remember? And I am a motherfucking ghost.
Okay, so, almost 3 a.m. Why? So my friend, CF Meebo, she decided to stream Secrets of the Mimic. I missed 3 hours of it. I'm depressed, but hey, I have notifications on, so when she goes to stream it again, I won't miss it. Okay, anyway, Synergy error, interrupt me. So, my friend, CF Meebo, was playing Secrets of the Mimic, I came in late and kind of watched her lose her fucking mind playing it. That was enjoyable, but I did miss most of it, and I forgot to turn off the fucking fan. Okay, so let's get back into the video. Jesus Christ. I am a motherfucking ghost. This clip is so peak for just the moment. Wait until we get the final time we actually see Church completely. But yeah, Church completely fucks the meta as the MP goes off, finally killing Church, and yes, he is dead. For the trailer for the next season, we see Church 2.0 and Tex 2.0 literally going to the afterlife tomorrow. The 2.0 thing probably makes sense. Anyways. This takes down the facility, but the Reds get just outside the radius and get new bases due to their help with taking down Project Freelancer. Meta lost everything and Wash is doing something. We don't get to know about that until later. But the Reds and Blues are now at the Valhalla base. And Caboose still has the Epsilon unit, and there is something I didn't really talk about. So I can talk about it in one big burst. At the beginning of every episode this season, there was a message from either the chairman or the director of Project Freelancer, usually responding to each other. Which is where we got like where we got a badass quote that I actually used on an essay that did kinda save my grade in there, here and there. I shit you not. Especially, anyways, so the chairman is confused by the record of multiple AIs. As far as he was aware, there should only be one AI. And is concerned about the meta. The director explains and downplays everything until the chairman blew the whistle and got officials investigating, to which they learn about what happened and what he was doing. And he dropped 2 quotes. I will read. I want to read instead of showing you the clips because I fucking love these. I don't give a damn about your committee and its opinions of my work. Have you forgotten, sir, we were at war? A fight, an alien race for the survival of our species? I feel I must remind you that it is a undeniable and, may I say, fundamental quality of man that when faced with extinction, every alternative is preferable. That quote goes so fucking hard, dude. The director drops the hardest fucking quotes, I tell you what. I know that you disagree with my methods and that others will as well. This is beyond my control. However, I cannot imagine that any court would be able to convict me, no matter how their opinion of my actions might be. You must understand one basic fact. For all this to make sense, my dear chairman, these AI, they come from somewhere. They are all based on a person. Our alpha was no exception, and while the laws may penalize for our atrocities we inflict on others, there are no punishments for the terrors we inflict on ourselves. So you send your men. They won't find themselves a fight. They'll find an old man tired, but satisfied. He did his duty. An old man weary from a mind more filled with memories than it is with hope. Director, sincerely yours, the former director of Project Freelancer, Dr. Leonard Church. Yeah! That's how we learn Church and the Alpha are the same. Yeah, fucking cold as fuck, dude. The line, fundamental quality of man, every alternative is preferable. That line is fucking fire. So they learned about how he tortured the AIs so that it would fragment, shatter, which, for anyone that saw that, was probably fucking mortified. And there's an entire set of laws in his name because of the atrocities he committed. While self-inflicted, but still horrible, you can see a shift in tone is really dark when you actually think about it. And the tone shift gets much worse. Just for the course series to save us from depression just to hurt us. I'll be honest, the show has made me cry more than most things really have. The fact I've been here and kind of, like, watched it, just wait till I talk about the fucking movie and hear my pure rage about one choice. But I digress. Let's move on to the final side series I know about, which is Relocation. This has no real importance other than set up for season 7. So anyways, it starts with Simmons and Griff heading to Sarge to tell them about how he wants to put a EMP on top of the Warthog, essentially the glass cannon. But Sarged, so it's scuffed as fuck. So they send Griff on top of the base to try to fix the lack of power. And while all this is happening, Caboose is looking around the canyon and taking parts and tools for something we don't get to know yet till next season. So Griff throws a grenade in the blockage on top of the base. Falls a really long distance, but we learned Sarge was an ex-ODST, probably the reason why his homicidal tendencies really make sense. More than it should. But anyways, the power's on, he calls Lopez, and within seconds, he appears, gets to work. Sarge tells Griff about Lopez killing his sister, and Griff explains, you can't kill a sister, and he says a fucking story that actually kind of had me dying. Oh, but, yeah, because of, his sister doesn't die. Well, so confusing. But yeah, within like 5 minutes, Lopez makes a full hologram room, which is, massive. Truly makes me wonder why didn't Project Freelancer just produce a ton of robot kits if they were able to do this shit on a consistent basis, mind you. Why not have a ton of them? But yeah, Griff notices a pink Spartan appear and quickly disappear. Turns out to be a very dehydrated donut, which is pretty much the end of Relocation. Unlike the other two side series, it didn't really move the story forward. It did a bit as, someone who didn't know they existed until my 8th rewatch of the show. Oh, I'm on my 38th. This is not a joke. How, may you ask? Well, let me break it down. I watched it 10 times when I first got really into it. Into all 17 seasons. 10 times, no more, no less. I didn't subject myself to zero more than 5 times, honestly. It was mid. If it wasn't RVB, I feel like it would have been received better. But anyways, our internet stops working sometimes, or autopay didn't work. So I just watched Red versus Blue. And yes, we have to wait 24 hours to, turn it back on. Which, leads me to my 38th rewatch. And, yeah. Me watching it at least once a year. But, anyways, back on track. Now, let's talk about Season 7. Okay, back into the Thunderdome. Okay, so I have to take some breaks here and there because I don't know if it's the fact my room is so hot. But I have to take breaks because my stomach starts to feel, awful. Every time I just sit in front of my fan and kind of just watch a few videos and then get back to it once my stomach feels a lot more calm. But anyways, don't drink a lot of water. Oh, Jesus, fuck. Drinking a lot of water right now would make my stomach feel awful. Of course we had to go back to that, didn't we? And we got to Sarge messing with Caboose till Griff brings up how when we take them out, everything goes into disrepair. And Sarge wonders why there's been no new recruits. No blues. You know, no more new blues. And Simmons reminds him of the fact they got deleted from records, to which Sarge is happy. But Griff brings up the fact that the only way they would get new people if they got back into records, / they wouldn't get the victory points if they won. But yeah, Griff brings up that point, and how did no one notice a massive hole in records? Like, and the UNSC is a completely, different, yeah, and they do exist, but they're a completely different, like, area with their own database. Did they just never take records from Freelancer? Never once? I don't know, never made sense to me. Anyways, so Donut goes to Blue Base and tries to give Church a message from Tucker, of which Caboose explains, down to even the nuance to some extent, which, given Donut's Caboose's strange gravitation to AI and understanding, like, the fucking time travel, yeah, he just understands these extremely complex complex concepts extremely, but something like simple math is foreign to him. But anyways, Donut tells him to go to Sand to get Tucker, and we learn that Caboose is trying to make a new church. He has been telling Epsilon stories about what happened during Blood Gulch. So the Reds go to get Donut from Blues. Oh, and Simmons and Griff kind of switch roles. I mean, this only lasts till they get separated. Anyway, so Sarge asks about if Donut knows about stuff. Like he just tells Caboose everything, asking if Donut told him. And Caboose, upon hearing a hologram room, asks Donut to help him get into that room to talk to Epsilon. But then they talk to Wash, which, he is in jail. And Caboose tells Wash about the new bases, and he's not happy. So he gets to talk to the director and tells him he knows where Epsilon is. And if you help me, I help you. This will come up later and end up giving Monty Oum the chance to make art. Lord rest his soul. Anyways, so Caboose goes into the hologram room, to which Epsilon takes Delta's likeness to tell him to be careful with him, and he disappears. So essentially Epsilon's like, hey, you need to put me in body, okay? And, he manages to convince the Reds, when they came down there, to join him so they can save Tucker. And more blues equals more blues to fight, which means notable action to get the Blues back in Command's records, so that when they beat the Blues, they get the Valor. So yeah. So yeah, Griff, Sarge, and Caboose are on their way to help Tucker and Sand, while Simmons, Zona, and Lopez are at base. Nothing really important happens till the very end, so to summarize this very mid-subplot, Simmons wants to blow up Blue Base because he says something robot racist. Lopez decides to not help him. Simmons explains he is cyborg and they are one and the same. Lopez decides to help Simmons, but then he says something racist about... So he says something just straight up racist. And then Lopez decides not to help him. Simmons discovers the radio's not working, and so Lopez makes motorcycles so they can go get Sarge. Donut bumps into a familiar brick wall. So now we switch to the good plot. that moves the story. So, the team makes it to the desert, and someone over a speaker system warns them there's a minefield. After a small amount of time of them actually trying to cooperate, they just decide to say fuck it and run through it. They then meet CT. He tells them they're in a restricted dig site. Keep the gender and name in mind for later. Anyway, so CT tells them you being here could get alien diplomats to get pissed because there are more humans than aliens. Sarge lies and tells them they're trying to regroup with fellow soldiers on the other side. CT, seeming satisfied with the answer, tells them to go get repairs for their Jeep. Then leave. So Griff points out the lack of radios and there being no Tucker. Caboose goes to the massive vehicle trying to do whatever Epsilon wants, and right before they get, shot in the face, out comes Tucker to kick gas and save Griff, Sarge, and Caboose. And after he kicks some ass, closes the door and explains the situation, how CT came here to steal a super weapon. And Caboose wanders off and while they were talking, and puts Epsilon in whatever freelancer was looking for. Looks like 343 Guilty Spark, and he can face laser. CT eventually breaks into the temple, and first thing he does upon seeing it is incapacitates the newly upgraded Epsilon. The aliens turn on them, but CT manages to run away with Church. Because the aliens see these as holy relics, essentially just Halo Covenant. But yeah. The Reds and Blues follows CT. Tucker has a new vehicle because he's an ambassador because he had an alien kid. So anyway, so Tucker follows CT, and right before he shoots Tucker, Church does a phase laser. So yeah, I just really wanted to show this, Anyways, Donna encounters Maine. He has no AI. So, he is not the meta. This is just Maine. So, Maine attacks Donut, but, misses every time. Simmons checks on Donut upon seeing Maine get some really big guns. And says the best one-liner I think I've ever heard.
We need some big guns. Okay, ¿qué pueda hacer? I'll grab the rocket launcher. Just grab whatever you can, Lopez. I'm trained to handle this weapon. Lopez? Anybody? Alright, you bastard. Prepare to get Simmons-sized. Well, fuck me. Usted dijo Simmons-ized.
Okay, so the Reds run into, the base. Donut comes in and, gets clued in on what's going on. So they go to see if Maine came here in a visible car, which is real. Gets ambushed by Maine. Okay, so essentially, they were confused on how it got there, so they were like, well, it must be a Jeep. So they go wandering around with Maine doing whatever the fuck Maine's doing, and ends up stumbling upon them getting into his car. But somebody comes up behind them, a familiar figure, aims his gun right behind Maine, and tells him to stand down. Asks Simmons where the Epsilon unit is, and, well, Flash isn't taking I don't know for an answer.
Wait. You're working with the meta?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Que se está encendiendo.
Oh my god! He just shot Lopez!
Donut?
Hey, Simmons? I think he shot me too!
Donut! No! Donut!
God, my stomach feels horrible, but hey. We're almost done. We're close. Don't know what the fuck that noise was. Yeah, I can't give this justice any other way than just to show it. So, we have one final season. Finally! It's almost over! As much as I like making these videos, man, dude, it's fucking burning up in here. My stomach feels like it's being fucking punched. Like, my gut feels awful. I feel it like... But anyways, to talk about in this video real quick, and it gets crazy real quick. So in comes Doc, and he gets abducted by Maine and Wash. They need a medic to make sure Maine was good instead of being really hurt. So Doc says he's fine, just the stress of all the enhancements are starting to take a real toll on him, to which Wash waves away the warning, just wanting to know if he is physically fine. To which Doc says yes, so he switched to people. At Sandtrap, Church has a memory flash, and the Reds manage to get in contact with Red Base. Sarge manages to pull out of his ass what's going on, which, it's just kind of perfect. You gotta watch the show for your own, man. I'm telling you, it's fucking perfect, dude. Anyway, so Sarge prepared a pretty damn good plan, especially for him. I mean, while Simmons makes it where Doc's medical gun can overcharge and shut down, or at least make Maine's armor go on the fritz. So that's the plan. Sarge heads to Valhalla and kicks some serious ass. That ODST train is paying off, baby. Hell yeah.
Shotgun, damn it!
Oh, yeah, shotgun. That's what you.
What? Wait. What are you up to? What is that noise? Do I hear a...
Car! How's my bumper taste, asshole? Uh-oh.
Told you to get it back.
How about next time we use a code word, we choose something you don't say every 5 seconds?
Just drive, no nuts. He can wash.
Son of a bitch.
You just got... Am I dead? Am I dead? Doc, you did it! He's frozen. No, it looks like you overloaded his time distortion unit. You must have caused some kind of inversion. Instead of making everything else slow, it made him slow. Oh, yeah! Score one for the pacifists. How you like me now, Meta? Doc, I wouldn't get too close to him if I were you. Why? What's he gonna do? Beat me up over the course of the next 2 weeks? Well, technically he's not actually moving slower. He's moving at the same speed, just over a longer period of time. Huh? It's relativistic. His fist still travels at the same velocity. We just view it from a faster time frame. Therefore, it looks slowed down, but theoretically, it should still carry the same force. Nah, see? It's moving slower. See? That's what you get for arguing with science, stupid bitch. What? Simmons, stop showing off and get in already! This isn't on purpose! No, wait! Guys, just slow down and... What do you say? Girl, it's coming!
Don't worry, we'll just do what we did last time.
I'm going to hold on, but I'm scared to let go!
Look out!
Most of this is made by the man, the myth, the legend, Monty Owen, but he is no longer with us. let's move on. I'll talk about it later. Anyways, so after Sarge does some kick-ass actions, and Simmons got Doc to freeze Maine's armor, but Maine is, so strong, Doc and the wall are now one and the same. And now the Jeep is fucked. No, and Church followed them. The Reds run into the hole in the wall. Church, upon seeing Wash, lasers the walls shut. The Reds and Blues meet up at Sand Trap, and after Church wakes up from a power nap, he asks Caboose for some help. You can tell he definitely didn't get enough sleep for that yet. Ha ha ha. I say at 4:41 a.m. There's a thing called caffeine. And there's this drink called Guacamole Gamer for 9000 made by a company called Gamer Subs. I am not... Quick explanation. I'm not good with caffeine. It makes me feel funny sometimes if I take too much caffeine. See, in the past week, I have, went from 0% caffeine to like 100% caffeine. I've been drinking a lot more here lately, trying to keep up and get everything done, because I don't have a lot of time to do things during the day, because either hell or slightly bearable hell. That is my room. Because I prefer heat, so naturally my room is just warmer than most. Heater on, I haven't had it on in months. I've had my fans on full blast, and that's the only thing that makes it bearable. And because I don't want my audio sounding like it's went through a fucking tornado, I can't have my big old box fan on blasting my ass with air. I can't move my desk fan because, yeah, you have fun fighting the fucking wire spaghetti that is my setup. I don't know what to do. So, I just record a ton now. My stomach feels awful. Sit down for like half an hour. Stomach good. Record, wash, rinse, repeat. And I don't even think I'm going to be able to edit tonight. I'm probably just going to crash and edit it all and get it out maybe by the 20th at the latest. Just know 20th, 21st, maybe the 25th. I don't know what's going on right now. I'm just extremely tired trying to get this done so I can finish a movie I'm watching and pass out. Because, God, my gut feels awful, man. I don't know. It's just because the room is so fucking unbearably hot and humid. Because we can have fucking nice things now, can't we? Has to be fucking humid heat, man. So, yeah. Caboose for help. Then, they take off. The Reds follow, and Tucker does a little, does start to head their way a little after. Running from the aliens, Wash asks Doc where they went, and after a few punches to the cranium, Doc mentioned the sand thing. And they head to Sand Trap after everyone left. They get Doc out of the wall, and Maine loses his fucking mind after finding an empty AI unit. Wash makes it into a capture unit. But yeah, they do nothing until we see another messful animation. So Caboose and Church bump into the bunker and talk to Phyllis, or the Freelancer Integrated Logistics and Security System, or Phyllis for short. Anyways, Church sounds like the director, so they let them in, and after a short time, Caboose helps Church with his plan. So, essentially, this is a bunker, a sub-facility that has backups of every single record ever. And she notices there is an anomaly when it comes to the word blue, referring to Blue Team. She has backups. Anyways, so the Reds make it into the base by using brute force. Like, shotgun to computer face. Don't see how that works, but hey. Yeah, so they see Caboose locking down a door, before he runs, and look who's back. Back again.
Door's open.
What the?
Okay. So who's first?
Alarm, security breach, level Alpha. All personnel report for duty. This is not a drill.
Run!
Oh crap! Where is she?
I don't want to die!
Sheila, we have to help them.
Help who?
The Reds! Texas attacking them. We have to stop her.
Stop Agent Texas? Oh no, absolutely not. We should never interfere with an ongoing battlefield simulation test. Our job is to observe and document.
But you'll kill them.
Oh, that would be wonderful. What a successful test.
We need to keep moving, men! Come on, double time! Hell, I'd settle for single time! Maybe we should just fight. I'm afraid she's gonna start picking us off one by one! Ow! Oh! Oh man, forget this! I need to get a bigger weapon! Caboose, help us!
Ow! That computer won't let me. She's mean. This place is filled with mean ladies.
Push some buttons, I don't know!
Buttons? Oh man, I love buttons. Beep, bop, bop.
Wow! That actually worked perfectly! Thanks!
Great.
How the heck did I do that?
Hey, Simmons, what the hell is going on in there?
Gotta help us! Do you know how to use that thing?
My sword? Fuck yeah, I know how to use it. What's to understand about swish, swish, stab? It's a fucking sword, dude. It's not a fighter jet.
Just come help me.
Hey, sweet cheeks! Remember me? Step away from the idiot!
Oh god, please don't let her see me.
Hey! I saved Tucker! Oh, wait.
I saved Tucker.
Caboose, what are you doing? You're messing up my plan with Simmons. I was supposed to distract her for him.
You ratted me out, you son of a bitch! Oh shit!
That was awesome. Ow! Can we use turrets on her or some exploding fiery things?
That would be outside the bounds of my standard safety protocols. I cannot do that.
What do we do, Sarge?
I don't know. I've never hit a girl in my life. Yeah, I noticed. Try harder.
Ah.
Oh no, Griff!
Yay!
Private Griff, you should be ashamed of yourself. We've run out of ammo again. That's your responsibility.
Huh. I guess it's the first time my laziness has ever saved my life. Protect me, go! Watch it. You watch it.
You idiots, let me show you how it's done. No!
Nice demonstration, Sarge.
Shut up. Hey guys, look up there. Ugh.
What? Hey, Caboose! Remember when I said not to help me? Forget that. I need you to help me. Right now! What holds up that crate?
Mechanical controls are on the left side of the console.
I can't believe that worked! Oh fuck, that didn't work!
I knew that would not work. Agent Tex is a bit of a badass.
I gotta get out of here.
We'll be crushed.
Don't worry guys, I got this.
Squish! You are crushed.
Oh, fuck berries. Tex, can you please? Oh! Alright, you know what? That's it. Come here.
Oh, thank God. Thought I was a gunner. Sarge, where are you? What happened? I feel defeated. Inexplicably rejuvenated.
Swish! Fuck! Swish! Oh! Death! God damn it! Stop!
Oh, come on!
Oh, bullshit! Oh!
Whoa, did you see that?
How would I have missed that?
What's the matter, Tex? You having trouble keeping it up? Don't worry, it happens to everybody. Well, not me, but...
That rocket launcher's one of the older models, right?
Yeah.
That means it's got heat seeking.
I didn't know
Now
it
lock
was
on
there.
and let her rip.
Oh, right. I forgot about
Ow!
that.
Holy crap! Bitch! Damn it, I hate this black stuff. What the hell is it?
There she is.
Huh?
Get her.
Wait, guys.
Ow! Fuck! Not Tex, I'm a blue! But not the blue you're fighting! Leave me the fuck alone!
It's hard.
Why are you hitting me? I'm not Tex. Sarge, hold on. I think that's Tucker, not Tex.
See, I told you! Oh! Hey, you fucker! Why'd you do that?
Force of habit.
Man, you guys are... Ah!
Hey, watch it. Whoa,
Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa!
Don't fall in the... Hold still. I can see her. She's right over there by the other... Uh-oh.
Grizz, I see her!
Oh, what is your problem with my phone?
Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh, crap. Oh, wow, right to the mount, huh? Oh, not even gonna buy you dinner. Oh, I like your style.
Simmons, what are you waiting for?
They look the same. Which one do I shoot?
Ow! Shoot the one who's winning, dumbass!
Ow. Grip. Watch it.
Well, knock the black right off you.
That's racist.
You're all clear, Simmons. Now shoot her.
Fire in the hole.
Are you fucking kidding me? Run!
Oh, God, not like this.
Oh my god.
I thought I was...
Okay, I don't know if I do this full segment, but hey, we're nearly into the video, so hopefully I can persevere to the end because my gut, dude, my fucking gut, dude, it feels awful. So yeah, she kicks their asses. By the way, listen to the song sometimes, it is a banger. I'll talk about the music later, and in a future video. Anyway, so yeah, after Church diffuses the situation by talking to her while her armor is in armor lock, she is pretty pissed and wants to know what she is, because at this point she's a memory of a memory. And thus, Church Mark III and Text Mark III are born. And after going through Phyllis's file, she learns about a small freelancer facility nearby and takes Church and leaves, after getting pissed that the Reds and Blues imped freelancer command, so she leaves. After Simmons restores the blue files, they learn that all their time in Blood Gulch is a lie. So after Sarge goes into a temporary depression, all of a sudden Church's recovery beacon goes off because Tex used him as bait. Or ass bait. Kid you not, I misspelled as for ass. So now it's ass bait, and it makes me funny. I don't know, it made me chuckle, so I left it in. To draw in main and wash, but Sarge decides to make this mission a real one, and boy, does he. So wash and main, get there, and get ambushed. Get ambushed, them out of this fucking world, dude.
Something doesn't seem right here. Stop the car.
Stop?
I don't like this. How did he get hurt? Why isn't anyone helping him? We walk into where he's hurt and suddenly we're boxed in. Nowhere to go.
You think the Reds are trying to ambush us?
The Reds? No. This is an actual military tactic. We drilled it all the time in training. No, whoever set this up is a freelancer.
Yeah, but if a freelancer set this up, wouldn't they know that you guys were freelancers and that you would recognize this as soon as you saw it?
What? No, you're overthinking it. That's just... Oh, son of a bitch.
Told you so.
You're supposed to be dead.
Don't sound so disappointed. You'll make me cry. Where's the director?
got to be kidding me.
That was the second worst throw ever. Of all time. What do you want from me? I ran track in high school.
Meta, wait! We don't need to hurt her, we only need... No! Stop! Let her out of that thing!
We can't. The unit is failing. Epsilon, it's over. You're coming with us.
I'm not going anywhere with you. We can fight you.
We can?
We will.
Ah, great.
I'm sorry to hear that. Meta, give me the memory unit. Meta?
Meta, no! Don't! Damn it!
Okay, last little section I'm going to do for a minute. So, now Main has one AI. He is halfway to being the meta. We know, and Church is pissed about this, and comes in the reds and blues to save the fucking day. I'm definitely going to take a short break after this, man. My gut's killing me.
I can't believe it.
There you are! Land right next to him!
Right. Land.
You do know how to land this vehicle, don't you?
Sure, that just means stop flying, right?
Brace for impact!
Oh shit! This is gonna suck!
I still haven't got my peanuts.
I was afraid we wouldn't get to kick a little ass today. Come on, fellas.
Caboose, stay with Church!
Okay.
And try not to kill him by accident!
Okay.
Get him! We're gonna fucking die! Fire in the hole! Get him! Like run like a bear!
Watch, come on. He needs help.
I can't.
Come here, you big son of a bitch.
What's he doing? Looks like he's killing himself. Oh no!
Ah! Hey, Griff! I've lost my shotgun. What am I gonna do without my shotgun? Shotgun, damn it!
Shotgun? Come on, Simmons.
Hey, Meta. Settle a bet, would you? Does that thing kind of look like a big cat to you?
Come on, push, Red! I'm pushing! Whoa! Grab! Simmons, grab my hand! Help! Hold on! Hold on! Don't let go! Grab!
Okay, let's finish this, boys. Ugh. Sarge going to kill himself had me actually concerned, and after he got sent to the bottom, and after, and after he sent fucking man to the bottom of the ocean, Grip almost got sent to the similar place, but luckily he escaped that fate. Church goes into the AI unit to save Tex, but he gets stuck. And, well, Caboose can't do anything. Wash changes his armor with Churches so that they think Church is dead. And the Reds go home and continue their shenanigans and such until while Church continues to find Tex, the unit gets sent to a facility for evidence. That's the end of the RVB lore when it comes to this trilogy for now, but I do want to talk about a few of the biggest, one of the biggest is that music was written. Jesus. So the music was written by Jeff Williams instead of Terrico compared to normal. Which I bet you can probably tell because Jeff's style is different from Terrico's. I have a ton of Jeff Williams music from both RVB and Ruby because I decided to watch most things Rooster Teeth. I mean, it's pretty good. And it's, and it's made by the same guy who made the animations. The man, the myth, the legend, Monty Oum. Yeah, but, he died from anaphylaxis, however you say that. Took out a legend. I don't like talking about stuff like this, but I feel like if you're going to talk about, his animation, you need to explain what happened to him. I don't know. It's just a thing I feel like I need to mention at least. Anyways, with that sad note at the end, I'm sorry for this video being late. I kind of did not feel motivated for stuff, important to have my computer, and not being able to run Devil May Cry 5 kind of had me in a bummed mood. And then I haven't gotten good sleep here lately. In part, I talked to my friends, which, actually gave me inspiration. Thanks, Sanity Airman. Then Mimic came out early, around 6 or something. Spiff ended his stream. And I worked on a little bit of the script, and I watched a friend of mine, CF Meebo. Or, I believe that's how you say her name, man. Was playing it, so I watched about 8-ish hours of her 11-hour stream. Probably the longest stream I've ever watched, let alone streamer. And, again, as I'm recording this, I watched a little bit of CF Meebo's stream. God, the heat is just kind of bearing down. And doing these videos are fun. It's just when the fucking room is trying to kill me, it's kind of hard to make videos, you know what I mean? God, I hope somebody knows what I mean, because if nobody knows what I mean, then what the fuck? Am I just special? Probably. Who the hell knows? But, with that being said, yeah. With all that done, I finally finished the script. Hope you liked, subscribe, comment down below anything I missed, or if you want me to talk about something, you know where to put it down in the comments. Got any games you want me to check out, or a series here on YouTube? Tell me. I'll check it out if I find it cool. I'll run it through a buddy of mine and see if I do it. But yeah. That being said, maybe share. Helps around the algorithm. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. Helps in the algorithm and will hopefully get me to whatever subscriber goal I have. Shooting for 100 as always. Not my first time, but hey. What is this? Second time's the charm? Hope you guys have a great day. And that's Lore Maker. Signing off.